Side shot with AC. You have a reloadable clip with 18 fucking shots that's not beam magnum, so you don't have to change your timing for it. You have a really good suit. Yeah, you have a really good suit, so you don't have to just dive into people. You get to just outplay people casually with a really good suit. If you see chances to go in, you can go in. Okay, perfect strike and V2. Have fun running into a shield. I know you're gonna do it. I believe in you. Volpe, yeah, I was gonna say he should have burst. And he's just pushing me. There he was. Yeah, get this guy on the back diving over here. Yeah. Go with that guy. That's my fault. It be your own people. Yeah. That's fine. Oh. So chill out, cause you're the game. Woo! Yep.
I tried to run away. I just didn't profit.
But you lost too much life. You lost too much life throughout the whole life because you got down to kill percent. So once they get past me, I can't do anything for you. Which is why on your second life, especially after you burst, well, even before you burst, but your second life, you have to realize you can't die twice. So you can't go hard. Like, you cannot go hard as 500. And so when it's time, when you want to like use your burst and play aggressively, you still can't go melee them, and you still can't put yourself in like huge risk positions because they can just kill you without killing me and win the game.
Yeah.
Must be prepared. That was good because I was getting hit for that. You ran in front of me. Give ult because he has no boost. Get him.
障害となる存在はまた汚される。受けろ。撃て。誰の邪魔もさせない。あれが敵か。退路など与えない。最大の殺してやる。
Oof.
何かも壊れてしまえばいい。そこだ。心がきしむ。死ね。わからないことを。わからないことを。
So, both pretty low over here. And I'm down, by the way. And I'm dead, by the way.
今なら何もかも燃やし出せるかもしれない。私の中に生まれた光。敵対する者は殺す。
You don't have to melee him that hard.
I know.
Because you're banking on him, like, trying to melee you back or making a mistake. But it's high risk.
Yeah.
障害となる存在は排除する。
You got to be willing to cut it off and shoot him at some point. Especially if you don't know where his boost is. Because all you're really asking for is you keep chasing melees, you're going to run out of boost, you're going to overheat, and then you're just going to get punished. And in that scenario, we probably lose because I can't get away from that. That was a bad choice for me. Woo! Sick double. He should have burst. Well, he does have burst. It's just a question of where. Oh, that's unfortunate. He still has burst.
He's hanging on to it because
You actually want to. Now you run. I made a poor choice. Hey, you're in a corner.
かったプル12。私はプル
I don't know.
12。他の何者でもない。
Put that in the back burner.
立ちはだかるつもりか。そこ。
Hey, you actually probably need to work on being able to move and shoot with a reloadable clip. Because I know you lose a lot of value from that suit with not being able to do up downs. Hey, you left and you're back. Yeah, you lose a lot of value in any reloadable clips suit if you can't do up downs. Because it's like a good way to hold a position and like defend a vector or put pressure on somebody, even if you only do it once. And you really only need to be able to do it once. But like being able to just like switch through different kinds of shots is so valuable with those suits.
私の心に入り込んでくる。不快だ。前からか。そこ。あれが敵か。そこ。受けろ。前からか。焼いてやる。苦しめがいい。したのだ私は。うかつな挙動をするからこんな抵抗に何の意味がある。今。射程内に入った。誰の邪魔もさせない。行くぞ。アグには効くぜ。あとはまだまだね。消えてしまえ。おのれ。そんな攻撃。お前に未来はない。受けろ。こちらは入学。立ちはだかるつもりか。当てる。ダメージはほとんど。
So like 5 million funnels.
受けろ。カット。撃て。そこ。私一人では。前からか。当ててきそう。あがくとはこういうことか。当てじゃない。私の頭の中を乱す。甘い。悲鳴を上げてみろ。見えた。
You should like go straight at them and die so they can't like think that shit. Yeah.
前からか。そんな攻撃。お前など弱いやつになど。遅い。おのれ。悲鳴を上げてみろ。命を惜しむ。私の頭の中を乱す。
Just run.
私の頭の中を乱す。
Well, you bursted, so we kind of have to go in, but
消えてしまえ。今なら何もかも燃やし尽くせるかもしれない。命を惜しんですぐに消える命を撃ち落とす。あがくとはこういうことか。無駄だ。
Damn.
why'd you burst right there?
I wanted to get them on me.
They-
Off of you.
They weren't on me, and they both bursted, so you just run from that, because then they don't have burst.
No, are you talking about in that situation? Why burst?
Yeah, there was no reason for you to burst. They both bursted before you. Coco bursted on his first life, and they were nowhere near me. And you're saying to get them off me. If I die when you bursted, I'm not the game.
プル12。
So what you should want to do is let them run their burst out. Then they don't have a defensive mechanic. So you run at them one good time, run their boost out, burst, and kill them. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Bad choice by me. Nope. Nope. Ooh, double. Holy shit. Couldn't get off the vector.
Success.
How did I fuck up there? 'Cause we had a huge lead.
You kind of didn't really do anything to Second Life. Like, it was really only close because I was 1v1ing Volpe and winning when he really shouldn't have been there. But you're perfectly willing to let people dive in the back out of position, and your logic is like, I'd rather go try to trade their 400 rather than just kill the free 500 or the free whoever's in the back. But there's a couple of times that Coco's in the back. That was bad. That was also bad. That's all me. Like, case in point, I'm sitting here 1v1ing Volt, but you're diving Qoqo and you're losing.
I'm not. He's coming towards me.
Move away from him. Like, just because you're a 500 and he's a 400 doesn't mean you don't ever have to move away from him.
を燃やし尽くせるかもしれない。何も感じない人間などに無駄だ、邪魔だ。お前など弱いやつになど。悲鳴を上げてみろ。
力を可能にする男の力。
私の頭の中を縁の私を救ってくれる。
I'm dead. Fucked up. Cool, I'm not dead. Because he fucked up worse.
悲鳴を上げてみろ。残党を発見した。相当にかかる命を。
ニックスパイク。
作戦。
Did you get hit while landing?
Yeah.
Did you jump in the air?
Yep.
That movement and mobility.
Icha Oleg, 100式するぞ。100式パイロット、イーチャーオレグだ。発射。これだって、これだって。当たれ。来い、よし、行け。のねー。決める。山なんだよ。沈め。行くぜ。それ。これでおしまいだ。こいつ邪魔なんだよ。こちらの出方を見てるか。逃げられないぞ。あれはこれだって。オーケー。ここは任せたぜ。とどめ。いってー。逃がすかこいつ。これでおしまいだ。あれはドラマ。よし行けー。俺は俺の敵を倒す。おお、やりすぎだよ、あんたら。決める。はあ、ここは任せたぜ。
Holy shit.
じゃあ、発射。
Double?
敵の縁。
Yeah! Aw.
そう。逃げたら、とどめ。逃げちゃ。
So, you have Coco in the corner. Why turn for Volpe, who's not in the corner?
I thought he was gonna spawn and hit us. I was trying to cover us.
So you're looking... He's wild. So you're looking at Coco, and if you can just dodge him, and you learn how to dodge to the side, you're not gonna get hit there. Dodge to the side isn't dodge to the person you don't see. But yeah, that's another really common thing that happens where people will have somebody in a corner and they'll just leave them. Well. Double? Oh. Cool. They won't stop stepping over each other.
So when the 500 respawns, when do you make the decision whether the 400 should go ahead or not? Is it dependent on how much life the 400 has left?
Ultimately, yes, but if you want to put it in, like, there's no right answer, really, but the way I think about it is really the way Asagi thinks about it. Is when the 500 dies, the 400 and 500 should be playing on the same line. They should both be playing front. Therefore, since the 400 is the next person to die, he decides when he wants to go in. And it's the 500's responsibility to understand that he can't die again. That's really all it takes. Hey, I have water in here. Cool. But yeah, it's like there's no like specific time or anything. It's just people playing in their expectations. Like, how far down do you really think you can play in your health before you need to stop? And you have to realize that. You have to realize the gap, or where it is or is not. Oh. You didn't burst.
I tried. On my way up on this one.
Go. So fortunate that that pans out for him. Shouldn't have stepped it. Should not have stepped it. Also should have muted my mic for that. Oh well. My bad.
No, you're good. My bad for picking up that game.
前か邪魔なんだよ。よし行け。何してんだ。
俺は自分を信じて戦う。
それいそれい。沈め。いけすか。甘い。なんで俺たちはこんな目に遭わなきゃならないんだよ。もらった。決め。甘えた。よし行け。これでおしまいだ。敵の布陣が乱れた。行くぞ。ここか。ミスはしない。いけ。いけすか。前か。
この距離なら。
じゃあ。よし行け。
もらった。
こいつ倒したら本当に終わるんだよな。発射。やっやー。
God damn it.
そんなのおかしいぜ絶対。
It happens. Let's go again.
必ず落としてみせる。
Just go again.
Hyaku Shiki パイロットリーチャーオーレンだ。ドロマこれがHyaku Shikiの威力だ。どこだー。何してんだ。
Those are 5 million falls and my bag.
見つけた。俺が中央から行く。こっちも抑えたぜ。前か。いい打ちしやがって。
私が赤い彗星ならここで
ここは
行くことは
任せたぜ。とどめだ。見つけた。こっちの。誰もかわしません。やりすぎだよあんたら。大丈夫大丈夫。
そこだ。
前か。見つけた。任せた。かな。やっ
どうか。
下がって決める。襲い込んだぜ。まだそこ落とす。発射。
Watch your back.
見つけた。俺だってさせるか。沈め。
おかげで難を逃れ。
いけすか。いっけー。
ならば私が新しい未来を切り開こう。
決める。
こう見ている。
それいそれい。させるか。いやー発射。させるか。百式の威力見せてやる。させるか。決める。それい。何してんだ。よし行け。逃げられないぞ。しっかり守るぜ。ちょっともう終わり。これが百式の威力だ。こうなったらこっちのもんだ。甘い。それい。よし行け。来るのか。おい誰もやめろ。ドロマ甘い。それい。こいつで終わりだ。これでいいんでしょ。
Oh,
何も守れなかった。
楽勝楽勝。あいつらが出てくる前に叩かないと。 グラナダがタクシーパイロットピーター・オーレンだ。これでおしまいだ。行くぜ。よし、行くぜ。誘い込んだぜ。今だ。とどめ。沈め。右か。よし。逃がすか。見つけた。これが100匹の威力だ。誘い。それ。逃がすか。俺が中央から行く。遅い。それ。とどめ。沈め。あれは当たれ。そのま行くぜ。よし。でーそれ。よし。で
ならば私が新しい未来を切り開こう。
はあすまない。上から行くぜ。
That's my fault, actually. Kind of forgot to switch targets.
なんで俺たちはこんな目に遭わなきゃならないんだよ。
You did a lot of damage.
Yep.
最後まで手を緩めるなよ。
Like, we're actually winning pretty hard because I'm not really hurt.
やあこれが100匹の威力だ。
Here, cross. Yeah.
こいつで終わりだ。遅い。とどめ。それ。やあ誘い込んだぜ。今だ。
It was a bad choice by me. Really bad choice by me.
これが100匹の威力だ。死ぬべき。いつも俺たちがしなきゃなんないんだから。
私が赤い彗星ならここで
の
引く
布陣が来
ことはない。
たんだ。甘い。誘い込んだ。
I tried.
やめろ。ここは当たった。これでおしまいだ。甘い。ああすまない。甘い。ああこれでいつも俺たちがしなきゃなんないんだから。こいつ倒したら本当に終わるんだよな。
これが赤い彗星の再来とは。
こんなこと言わないでよ。
And there, I pretty much put myself in a lot.
Yep.
Playing extra bad today.
ピーチャーオレグ100式ってるぞ。
Hey, man. Shit happens. Why are you worried about it? You getting practicing?
Yeah, I've been practicing a little bit, but the thing is like I'm
Nah.
rethinking.
You're reading too much into this. I'm talking about right now. You getting practicing?
前か。
Yes, you are. It's good. It's called a learning experience.
やや何してんだ。誘い込んだぜ。今だ。甘い。
It's not the choice.
わざとじゃないぜ。出てくる前に上から潰すぞ。助けてくれ。いけ。不意打ちしやがって。遅い。とどめ。とどめ。やらせるもんか。いいか。なかなかいいタイミングだね。とどめ。これでおしまいだ。 行くぜ。敵の布陣が乱れた。行くぞ。嘘だよ。消えろ。
Finish your combos, by the way.
I don't know them.
Again, just like finish whatever string you're doing and actually down them.
邪魔なんだよ。
Okay.
や。遅い。いけ。
I'll step back.
甘い。
You should like run at them now.
こいつ倒したらこうなったら
Yep, go.
人類への報いだ。
That's my fault. I thought you were losing that.
これが引きの威力だ。じゃあこいつで終わりだ。こいつ倒したらこんなんでなんとかなるの？こちらはニューガンダム。援護を頼む。させるか。逃れられんよ。させるか。外さない。よし。結構こいつ倒したら本当に終わるんだよな。じゃあこいつ倒したら本当に終わるんだよな。ここまで。前か。そこだ。ガンダムの来るのか。甘い。じゃあ。もらった。これが100匹の威力だ。ニュータイプを着て人類への報いだ。じゃあ決める。邪魔なんだよ。消えろ。もうやめるんだ。やめろ。
So just chill out for a second, if you can. Because neither one of them have burst. Or do I see what I think I saw? Oh, I thought you were shooting him. But yeah, the second Coco burst right there, like, you don't have to go in at him. I mean, you're already in the corner because of reasons. But yeah, you don't have to go in at him because, like, Volpe burst, he's not going to get another burst. Coco throws his burst away. So now it's like, you wait, and the next time you hit Coco, you know he's not going to burst, and he's the one that has the full burst. But you got to play out of the corner in the first place so that doesn't happen. It's a learning experience. That's what I'll keep saying, because it's true.
Really good at those, hitting with those planes.
Ah, he's so fortunate. And I should stop giving him credit. And he's gonna try to hit me. And it's unfortunate that my shot didn't come out because I just fucked the whole game over. That's on me. Can't get up over that.
God. Oh.
Did you have burst?
No, I didn't have burst, but I just didn't choose the right movement option.
Yeah, because if
I
you don't...
Is.
Go ahead.
Yeah, no, that's all.
You did a what?
I wanted to boost hop away, then and then boost dash or step dash and then land way. But I didn't hold the direction down, and so I just got a boost dash towards him. Fuck it.
これが百式の威力だ。こっちの甘い。
どう
行くぜ。とどめ。助けてくれ。行くぜ。走った。ああこれですまない。
Holy shit, people are wild tonight. Like, he really wants me to play some X1, it looks like. But I blocked him.
私が赤い彗星ならここで行くことはすまい。
任せた。これが百式の威力だ。当たれ。あとは任せたぜ。
Apparently you can't step that shit, which is interesting.
なかなかいいタイミングだな。不意打ちしやがって。
Oh, he didn't finish his combo.
俺だって敵の布陣が乱れた。そうもらった当たれ。すいません。式の威力見せてやる。
I see that.
このまま戦ったらこいつで終わりだ。当たれ。させるか。こいつで終わりだ。
ニュータイプを着ていた人類への報いだ。これでどう。
当たれ。こいつで終わりだ。ちょっともう終わり。
That burst jacked up my inputs. But again, like, Coco's diving me in the back, and you don't turn to him. Like, that's the first life. You still don't really look around enough. It's really both of them are, well, Volpe's not doing it so much because he's playing high noob, but yeah, they both still have the mentality of I want to go in and hit something, and you as a front aren't punishing it because you want to do it yourself. So it turns into a question of who wins hard enough.
そちらのタイミングに合わせる。前から舐められてるのか。トライと逃がしはしない。ここだ。これくらい。落ちろ。マイクロミサイルまとめて片付けろ。動くなよ。 まだ時間があると思うね。焦るな。隠れていたってこんな時に限ってさせるか。前から舐められてるのか。させるか。出力最大。させるか。前から舐められてるのか。 動くなよ。外すかよ。外すかよ。ニュータイプを着ていた人類への報いだ。させるか。出力最大。うかつに近づくと怪我をするぞ。こっちにはライフルがあるんだ。何が起こっているんだ。これは外さない。この動くなよ。私は落ちるという。
Huh.
反応こっちか。食らえメガビーム砲。
step.
体操をやられただけだ。やめるな。捕らえた。逃がしはしない。これくらい。くそ。当たってくれ。この当たれ。それをない人類への報いだ。捕らえた。逃がしはしない。落ちろ。どいてくれ。こいつらは俺が倒す。させてくれ。援護頼む。何が起こったんじゃない。これは何が起こっているんだ。これはどれくらいやれた。なん
He'll learn one day. Maybe.
What happened?
この機体なら
Hold on.
何だってやれそうだ。
So he sees a low suit and he's like, I'm gonna melee it. But I have X1. So I strike or block. And I walk
Oh, no.
on top of him. And he's like, there's still a low suit. So I'm gonna melee it. So I just strike block on his wake up. It happens decent enough, like enough amount of time. People want to melee too much.
Tempting.
It's not really a good choice. It's not really a good choice, especially with like X1s and Kamaris running around here. It's not a good choice at all.
こちらは準備完了。そちらのタイミングに合わせる。もらった。外すかよ。隠れていたって。そこにいてもビーム砲なら。当たれ。当たれ当たれ。落ちろ。外すかよ。当たれ。外すかよ。どこだ。すぐに蹴りをつけてやる。隠れていたって。やってくれ。こっちにはここまでのとか。させるか。もらった。何が起こってんのやろうじゃないか。これは入海溝を着てきた人類への報いだ。よしよし。出直してきたまえ。こっちにはライフルがあるんだ。
Watch your back.
落ちろ。いけるか。出力最大。くそ。いけ。肩をつけてやる。何が起こってんのやろうじゃないか。一能戦争の再現なんかさせはしない。うわどれくらいやれた。敵はどうなった。
So why are you still going in?
No, I'm trying to stay away.
動くなよ。こちらは入管だ。
Further away. Further away.
外すかよ。動くなよ。
And I get that you're trying. I asked because like, there's got to be like no forward movement,
ダメなのか。
none whatsoever. And I looked up and it's like, even if it's a boost by mistake, every boost is like, it adds up over time. So you got to be real mindful about it.
ルセットさんが託してくれたこの機体、やってみせるさ。
Don't lose too much sleep over it. Because again, the beginning of it is just seeing the small details and seeing that one boost forward could be the last mistake.
Right.
そこにいてもビーム砲なら。こっちにはライフルがあるんだ。マイクロミサイルまとめて片付ける。そこだ。かなかな。くそ。そこだ。そこにいてもビーム つけて敵の機体あれか外すかよ足を止めることくらい当たれこんなところでこの野郎油断したかそこまでして何が赤い管制システムを使いこなせていないのか当たれ
私が赤い彗星ならここで引くことはすまい。
そこにいてもビーム砲なら当たってくれマイクロミサイルこの距離で片付けろ火器管制システムを使いこなせていないのか落ちろさせるか何が起こっているんだこれは真実だ寝言を言うなもう少しで第一線を抜けるんだ当たってくれ収束ミサイル地面戦争の再現なんかさせはしない
Lol, he wasn't ready for that shit.
Wow.
Lol, he wasn't ready for that shit. The power of fucking lightning gear.
ルセットさんこの機体なら何だってやれそうだ
The fuck do I do? He just keeps stepping in my face. Oh no!
So does the lightning gear improve muzzle correction on things too?
Nope.
Okay.
It allows you to step from Vernier, which is pretty fucking good.
Blaze gear doesn't let you do that?
I want to say no, but I feel like it does, but the big thing is Blaze doesn't last as long.
Right.
Holy shit, if I can move? This is my fault, by the way. Don't mind me. I'm just playing like ass for a second and getting doubles. I step back into that. I can play with this. We'll see.
You want it? You move in front, or am I still?
You keep going. We'll see what happens. I'm about to get clipped though. Yeah. Never mind. You made me think about it. Holy shit.
Mina, 君は俺が3号機に乗ることにはまだ反対だろうな。でもごめん。ステイメン発進準備よし。前から舐められてるのか。当たれ当たれ隠れていたって食らえメガビーム砲ミサイル当たれおのれビシバトだすまない援護を頼むこういう攻撃動くなよ外すかよ収束ミサイルまだ時間があるとはいえ焦るなクソそこがかなマイクロミサイルまとめて片付けるぜ反応
That shouldn't hit me. So bad.
食らえメガビーム砲当たれ足を止めることくらいここまでなのか当たれ反応こっち
だから私が新しい未来を切り開
ビーム
こ
砲ならミサイル当たれ当たってくれこの機体なら俺ならこれくらいはできる当たってくれここまでさせるか見つけたこいつチョコラかとやらせろお前で最後だラストかよどこにいたって左すごいそんな攻撃させるか当てろお前で最後だ安もんかよくらえ見つけたこいつチョコナカとマイクロミサイル何が起こってるやろうじゃないかこれは今だ今くらえメガビーム砲入退行してきた人類のライフルがあるんだこのまま進む
He really wanted to get Gerald again.
まだだ俺はダメなのか俺だから負けたっていうのか乗りこなしてみせるさどんな機体だってこちらは準備完了そちらのタイミングに合わせる敵の機体あれか当たれ当たれ当たれ当たってくれ食らえいけ実かよいけどこだすぐに蹴りをつけてやる当たれ当たれ当たれ第一線を抜けるんだこっちにはライフルがあるんだ動くなよ
私が赤い彗星ならここで引くことはすまい
当たれ当たれ当たってくれお前で最後だ逃がすもんかよこの機体なら俺ならこれくらいはできる当たってくれお前で最後だ逃がすもんかよそこだ何が起こったわけじゃないこれはそんな攻撃すまない助かったくらえメガビーム砲
入退行を否定した人類への無
何が起こ
料
っているんだこのまま死にはさらない
寝言を言うな
すぐに出るあいつらの勝手にさせるもんかそこにもう
just loves getting Gerald.
Lucette-san, この機体なら何だってやれそうだ。
I mean, it's kind of unfair for me to say playing GPL3, but he just loves getting Gerald.
乗りこなしてみせるさ。どんな機体だって。機動力が求められるのか。やれそうか。こんなこといつまで続ければいい。くそ！くらえ！どこだ？すぐに蹴りをつけてやる。
Is he still playing? Yeah, he's still playing X1. I'll be that guy. Where the fuck is this shit? Where the fuck is... Yeah. Yeah, dude, this bullshit. And watch, I'm never gonna hit him with it, but we're doing this anyways.
Would you pick?
Alteron Striker.
What does that do?
Burns full cloths.
Huh.
It's actually pretty dumb. Hey, double. That's what I get for coming to help you.
Oh my god. Why just...
I'm blocking. I was blocking. I tried to jump that. Ah, my steps. Hello. He dodged the wrong way. For the record, and I should have said this, when I came back and I bursted, that's like the one time in the world you want to dive. Because all we have to do is hit Coco one time, and it doesn't matter if either one of us dies.
Right.
Like, it quote unquote, it does, but it really doesn't. So.
Because it should end up in a trade with him dying.
You don't think of trade, you think of worst case scenario. And worst case scenario is you die and the game's not over. Because if you think of like trades, it's not going to be a trade. Like it's just not going to be a trade because the difference between who wins and who loses really comes down to who dies first. And do you really think you're going to kill him first? You better be prepared for if you don't. A lot of people aren't prepared for when they don't, and they just crumble. Yeah, I deserve that. This guy's blocking in the back, or he was. Yep. Can't break his cloth. Watch your back. Vernier. So along with me saying earlier that you don't look around enough, you're still really willing to, I don't specifically want to say dive. Like, that's the easy thing for me to say if I don't want to think about it. But it's the concept, no, I mean, I wouldn't be technically wrong to say that. But it's more of a concept of you'll go in and you'll just sit in there. Like, you don't have any, like, lateral movement. That's a good way to put it. Like, if you go in, you stay in. You don't, like, go in, go out, go in, go out. So, because you don't look, and because you're so willing to stay in, you're really prone to getting it's the same thing I've been saying. That's, like, why you're really prone to getting, 2v1'd and stuff. It's a combination of both. Let's play this for a while. I haven't played this in a bit. I think I remember how to play this. All I need to find is the magical fuck you button and we'll be okay.
クワトロバジーナとは違う。しかし奴はシャアなのか。
Alright, is it... It's not that one. Alright, I found it. Oh.
バウンドドッグであれば教習もたやすい。いいだろ。フォーメーションだ。その機体を焼き尽くしてやる。
So where are you at? So where are you at?
I was helping you because Coco was about to hit you from behind.
It doesn't matter. I made a block. I was...
Oh, I thought you hit him. That's why.
No. He did the only choice that's there. That's why you go on him anyways.
ならば私がこれで十分ぐらいを切り開こう。わざとじゃないんだ。悪く思うなよ。この距離だ。バカ。一時の恥は忍ぶぞ。逃げ場はない。じゃあ次を見せてやろうじゃないか。俺の手で決着をつけてやる。さすがにこれ以上もう少しだ。もう少しで俺は。
He tried to block one of us.
No, he tried to turn and shoot because he
Oh, I
verniered.
thought he was trying to block.
Nah. Because if he blocked, he would have blocked me. But he tried to shoot. Well, he did shoot, but he verniered.
神優だって超えられるはずだ。
Because he couldn't shoot me. Not unless he was ready, and he wasn't ready.
頼るつもりはない。足を引っ張
But yeah, the only way somebody's... I can't say the only way somebody's getting away from Baund Doc, but like the main way somebody's getting away from Baund Doc on their back is they're going to block. Because they don't know how to move away from his Jero. So it's like you just go on it anyways. Because I'm
How do
already...
you dodge his Jero?
You don't just tech all the way down on the ground. You don't have to tech to the ground.
絡め手を使う。
They're two locking me. They're double locking me, they were.
巻き込まれたようだ。
It's okay.
よけてみな。食らったか。見逃すか。邪魔だ。どけ。もっとタイミングを合わせろ。敵に対して盾になるのだ。君は右だな。どうだ。さすがにこれ以上は。
Oh, that just took his cloth, alright.
ニュータイプがいないだけでプレッシャーにもなるし。正面からだ。絡め手を使う。逃げようったってそうはいくか。やりやがったな。当てる。これまでか。バウンドドッグの走行ならこの程度。よし、やってくれ。これで十分だ。見逃すか。フォーメーションだ。当てる。狙い撃ちだな。いい的だぜ。フォーメーションだ。こちらはロンドンです。逃げ場はない。フォーメーションだ。
I almost had that.
しまった。この機体を使っても勝てないっていうのか。わかったよ。腕を見せてもらおう。クワトロバジーナとは違う。しかし奴はシャアなのか。
ニュータイプがいないだけでプレッシャーにもなるしな。ここまで灰になれ。これで十分だ。当てる。こいつを食らいな。
He really just came in here. Oh, that's another thing. Now that I think about it. Hold on. I'm shooting people for being in my face. Still falls under awareness, but like there are times that because they want to come in, like, and you're down, you don't like wake up and take the free melee that's gonna come, or punish them for the free melee that's about to come. Hey. Go for it. Yep. Hey, he's blocking. Yeah.
バウンドドッグの走行ならこの程度。灰になれ。俺の手で決着をつけてやる。灰になれ。絡めてを使う。だな。やっぱり月は俺の方に傾いたな。
Get in there, yo.
貴様に勝ち目はない。覚悟しろ。貴様に勝ち目はない。覚悟しろ。絡めてを使う。
I have you know I can't really do anything for you here, so yeah, this is on you.
Okay.
Go, 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 go. If we lose, this is my fault. It's not my fault.
Fuck.
It's okay, down to both. Go. Pick either one. Pick either one.
I'm going X1. Oh, never mind. Shit.
Ah, he's a fool. He's a fool.
この程度じゃ満足しないさ。俺は全てを掴んでみせる。
Yep, that suit's still funny. What else? Let's do some of this. I don't play enough 300.
お前らの言う4枚羽とやらの実力見せてやる。
Providence Nightingale. Man. Man. I mean, this is more your problem, but man.
私がシャアなら君とてニュータイプの一人だよ。
ファンネル光の中に消えろ。読める。はっファンネルたち正面。
Oh, I
ファンネルたち
caught something in my fence.
させるか。 コックピットを焼く。はっ読める。ラエファンネルたち当てる。ちょっと待てとファンネルちょっと待てと。
私が赤い彗星ならここで引くことはすまい。 負けられないマスター。そこだ。 貴殿のおかげで前に強く
正面。
他者より先
読める。
他者より上へ。
ちょっと待てと。やる。
逃がすか。
右に。爪が甘い。爪が甘い。右に。
Damn it.
So So you need to stop.
敵機捕捉。隠れても無駄だ。どれだけの負荷がかかろうと。ちょっと待って。そこだ。この程度。ファンネル、逃がすか。しまった。ここで力が尽きるとは。ファンネルたち。ファンネルたち。あと一つだ。行くぞ。
I could have dodged that.
人の総意がこの私を否定するという
You want me to ask you the magical question again?
No, I was on the ground that time. I just
すぐにここを離れる。
mindlessly just stepped, but on the ground. Yeah. I
Come on, spit it out. You.
I didn't need to fucking step. Nothing was coming my way until
それ
later.
がま
And then you didn't have enough boost, right?
Well, I was in landing recovery.
Ah.
I thought I was relatively safe because I was in the blue still.
戻られ
And
た海水性の腕前。
not safe enough.
勉強
Did you step?
私がシャアなら
Yeah, I stepped though. Blue.
No,
But,
did you step when you landed?
ファンネルたち。
like after I landed?
Yep.
No. Tried to be.
Well.
Yep.
隠れても無駄だ。
Wow. Oh, I almost had that.
そこだ。そこだ。ファンネル。
一気に
当たれ。させるか。
Huh.
もらった。
Volpe actually uses
させるか。
more than
投降しろ。出
Mortal.
なければコックピットを焼く。そこだ。
That's not good.
もらった。これはセンスはない。これは私のミスだ。ファンネル。ファンネルたち。ならばこれ受けてみるか。まだだ。ふざけるな。私個人のためではない。負けられない。マスター。ファンネル。
Oh, that's the real fucking fence. All right.
今すぐ図民どもに
ビールがいい。
英知を授けてみせろ。
敵機捕捉。そこだ。正面。
Slow.
もらった。
Let me walk out of this. All right.
私が赤い彗星ならここで引くことはすまい。
あと一押しだ。行くぞ。ファンネルたち。ファンネル。チョコマカともう少しで勝てる。マスターの役に立てる。今だ。こちらは一気ではない。ファンネル。貴様さえ落とせば。そんな。正面。ファンネル。逃がすか。お前だ。いいかい。
Ah.
Oh!
Cool.
My god.
I'll say my sacrifice was not in vain.
すでに勝敗は決している。
I couldn't think of the anime thing to say. It was a noble sacrifice. There we go. That's kind of fun too. All right, time for the return of little homie.
このヤクトド
Haven't
ガ
played this guy in a
そ
while.
こらのボビースーツと
This little
Oh god, this
this
guy
little-
is. He's so. He's so lame. I hate this.
Yeah, it's a pretty terrible suit. But y'all got a CSA and some funnels. Let's get it.
He doesn't even look cool.
自分がモビルスーツだってのかこいつはこの好きにさせるかいけこれで避けられるか邪魔するな真っ向勝負のつもりか消えろ皆さんたまぎれしつこいやつらこれでさあどうする当てるどんな戦況だろうとこの俺がひっくり返してやるさあどうするやはり俺が止めることになったなさあ
Holy!
パワーだ
Oh.
pretty sure the game froze because this motherfucker walked up here and batted my ass.
真っ向勝負のつもりか。そこだ。落とす。真っ向勝負のつもりか。ここは戦いの中で導くしかない。こいつで。ならば私がここから新しい未来を切り開こう。そこ。どこにいようと。直してきたまえ。直した。手も足も出ないか。さあこの俺が押されてるだと。そんなバカな。当たれ。皆さん。この。こいつまでパイロットを狙ってもらった。こいつ真っ向勝負のつもりか。邪魔するな。好きにさせるか。避けられるか。こいつで左か。当てる。好きにさせるか。ここからなら当てる。さあどうする。さあどうする。こいつであんたを倒せば俺はクエスト。邪魔するな。までか。こいつで右か。させるか。俺は強化人間じゃないニュータイプだ。クス
Damn, that was a meaty ass laser on his wake up.
Yeah, man. The story of the little homie that just kept pestering the Nightingale. Like, I'm pretty sure I one-locked him for his second life.
Oh my god.
It was an adventure over there, man. That's the best way to describe it.
見ていろ。俺の実力を見せつけてやる。やらせるか。もらった。こいつでと。だったらこいつでいけと。これでもらう。よし次。片付いたのか。
What time is it? Oh, it's 11:34. No, dude.
この俺がひっくり返してやる。
I meant to, like, play something else before I went to bed. Something being
Do you want to
mini.
make?
Huh?
Did you want this to be the last game?
I'll play some more. I played to like 45 or so. Or so being the key word.
I'm gonna give this another shot.
That's what you have to do. It's gonna feel like shit out the gate. That's how all these suits are, unless they're just dirt easy. That one is not dirt easy.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's not like I can just pick up any suit in this game and play it, I'll tell you that much. Unless it's dirt easy. But I know all the dirt easy ones. Ah! Oh, that's unfortunate. Oh, hell yeah, that's so much meter? Watch your back. Yeah, and I get that guy.
あんたを倒せば俺はクエスト手を出すなこいつは俺の獲物だ見逃すつもりはないいい加減落ちろってんだよ
I fucked up.
いいか
I need you to burst me. Yeah, get the fuck in there. Get the fuck in there. Whatever happens, happens. That's okay.
そんなバカな追い詰めたぞ
Now you have another full life. Go get him, Tiger. Hold. He was waiting.
これで左かファンネルたちこの距離なら俺を怒らせたら邪魔するな邪魔するな確かになんだ今のは他者より先へ好きにさせるかより上手も足も出ないかここまでやれば十分か逃がさん
He is so lucky to have that and to be able to aim that.
まだその時じゃない観念するんだな
Hold. What if he's gonna...
そこだもらったこの救命ガスの警告を無視したからこの距離なら追い詰めたぞ邪魔するな頼んだ遅い当たれここまでやれば十分か機動性なめるなこうしてもらえる
I was gonna do some funny shit, but for the first time in his life, he decided not to melee.
こんな情けないところ
And that's what happens when I decide to counter for the first time in my life. It's funny how that typically pans out. Alright. Ooh, I know what I could play. What the fuck is... Where the fuck is this suit? I should play some G-Self. I haven't played G-Self in a while, but no. I know what I want to play. Ooh! Ooh, that's a good one. Yeah, let's do that one. Bring out all the little shitter suits. Fisher Price, my first Gundam. Let's go. Fuck. All right. That just reminded me of what I actually should play. So now I have to play like 3 or 4 more games. I have to play Freedom. Freedom is the one suit that I never fucking think to play. But I should play Freedom so much more than I do.
I figured he falls in line with like the other suit you want.
I kind of play whatever, but I deserve this because I saw it and I still went into it because I'm thinking. But nah, I play a lot of stuff. It's just Freedom is simple and effective.
Right. God, I tried to boost out.
I hope you're okay over there. Oh, he thought he was gonna super you.
なぜだどこで間違いが起きる
That's when I break the glass and hit the yikes button, man.
Oh, I thought I got the final kill there because I was about to melee
Nah.
Alex.
You were about to what?
No, he stepped at me and I stepped away and dodged his melee.
Alright.
Oh.
And you were about to get supered. You know why you were about to get supered?
Because I was going for a melee.
See,
But, you know, that's why you're there, Dogi. It's a 2v2 game.
it just
have a tag partner like a real.
it just so happens that he wanted to super, and I could actually hit him because he stopped moving. Because if he wouldn't have supered,
Any other shot.
yeah, because he could have just stepped out of it. I wasn't near him. Because he had just downed me because I was going to stand on top of him and Kamari's his ass again. That's the only reason I burst.
Oh.
God, I'm such a scublord.
すごいストライクの4倍以上のパワーがあ
Man,
る
y'all know about the scumbag factory.
See, the intensity is all about trying to be a scumbag. Like guys, they fight dirty.
止めなきゃ手遅れになる前に守るんだランダムはっそうこれで使い方もこれなら動形がやられた前から来るこんな戦い早く終わらせなくちゃいけない
You keep zigzagging back and forth instead of just like going to a side and trying to go around them.
Right? And so I'm just really being in one spot the whole time.
I got melee, yeah. I shouldn't have, but... Oh, you have full life. I'm going in, fuck this. Oh.
No!
Yeah, you're on top of me. Oh, I don't have boost. This is unfortunate. Oh, yeah, I already bursted. I said I was going in. So, good luck. Oh, why didn't I get home? That's okay.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm not kidding when I say he really likes to get Gerald. But now it's unfair that I'm saying this playing Freedom, because Freedom's Gerald's pretty insane.
Oh, is it?
Yes, that's why Freedom's such a good suit. Like, it's such a good beginner suit, but it's still a really good suit. Like, if you play 400... Excuse me, I'm the kind of person who starts talking and takes a sip of water. If you play 400, or like if you play like 400, 300, you're like criminal if you don't consider playing Freedom. Like it's that good. It's not the best, don't get me wrong, but it's like, if it's not like the best 400. I wouldn't even put it in the second group, but it's like the top of the third group. No real questions asked. In fact, depending on who you ask, it's in the second group. But it's just dumb good. That's on me. That's so why. That's also on me.
まだ動けるところはそう聞いてくれるなんだ守るんだ見通しこれさせない撃ちたくないけど前から来る気にしてもそう一気に撃ちたくないけどこいつ仕方ないでしょ頼みます左こいつさせないこの誰俺がこの時をこんなことしたくないけどさせないあれが君を止めてみせる外さないそんな頼みます
Did you burst?
僕が戦わ
Yeah,
な
I
きゃ
did.
Okay.
倒さなきゃはっそう守れなかったものが
Okay.
たくさんあるここで終わりだなんて まだやれるか私の見せ場がようやく来たわこの僕はそれでも僕はあいつを倒せば戦いが終わる
Oh, I'm dead. Yep.
何も守れなかったそんなバカな戦わなきゃ守れないも
So
の
does
があるから
Freedom's Dorobi have good muzzle correction, or is it good because it's like
I'm assuming you said fast. You cut off, but yeah, it has like crazy startup. It has decent correction, but yeah, it has crazy startup. So you just punish it very freely with it. Pun slightly intended. I didn't get my block. Case in point.
一瞬で決めるやらせるもんか外さない守るんだこのあれか仕方ないでしょこれで援護をお願いしますそこやめろこいかせてくれこの守れなかったものがたくさんある援護俺の打ち出すないけどあなたがいるから仕方ないでしょあなたがいるから君を止めてみせるそう逃げようって聞いてくれさせないこいつでこんな俺がや逃げて右
You're about to die, by the way, so you shouldn't be here. That awareness, you can't be there. And I should have told you earlier, but it's honestly hard to tell you stuff and play at the same time. But yeah,
oh, I should have known better.
yeah, that's the last game, by the way. That's one of the truths to why I don't ask to talk too much. And it's not that I'm not willing to do it, but one caveat to team games that a lot of people don't think about is that it still comes down to individual skill. And people will argue about this like till they're blue in the face. Like I've had this debate for literal years with people. And the argument is always that the team's strength is the sum of everybody's individual skill, right? Everybody adds up to make one strong team. But the other end of it is that each individual adds their own strength to the team. So what's important to it is to be able to function well enough on your own to where you make the good decisions and you make the right calls on your own. And if anything, all you need to communicate is like real fast snap decisions. Like there should be no real thought to like team decisions or anything. Like there should be like an overall thought to the strategy like throughout the game. Like, but on the fly, there should be no real thought to like who's gonna burst first. Like the one time I died because you asked me if I wanted to go in after I already said I was going to, that shouldn't be a thing that ever happens. Because both of us should be able to look at that scenario and know that logically speaking, I should be the one to die at that point. It's something that if you ever look around social media, that's why you'll see, like this is really prevalent in Overwatch right now, and it has been for years, where like mid and low level Overwatch players that just play ranked, they scream about wanting like team queues and valuing the team queues and everything so that they can play with their friends, play with their team. But the top level players and the actual professional players want solo queue. And they want solo queue because they understand that even if they're playing on a team, they still have to be able to hone their skills as an individual so that they can add more to the team. So the big thing to take away from all this is just something to think about, because it really doesn't change what happened. And I'm not saying that as a positive or a negative way. I'm just saying that to put something else on your mind, because that's one of the end goals, is to get to the point of where you don't have to think, you don't really have to ask, you just have snap decisions, and they're snap good decisions, impulse decisions. And it's not easy. It's not easy in anything, especially in a team game. And it's not easy in a team game because, well, you have to consider your team. It's easy in fighting games because, well, you generally only have to worry about one other person, and you're making all the decisions yourself. You don't have to like consider anything else. Yep. That's all there is to that. Don't worry about it well, I don't want to just brush it off and say don't worry about it too much, but don't dwell on it right now. Just, that's a concept to keep in the back of your mind for later on down the road.
I gotcha.
So the things that stood out in my mind to work on, the zigzagging back and forth is one, and it didn't really stand out till the end, but it didn't stand out because I'm just used to everybody doing it, even though it doesn't really accomplish anything. But yeah, you need to be more, I guess I could say confident. That's not specifically the word. You need to be more decisive about like going a direction and trying to like make an opening. There's another part to that, and that goes to what I was saying earlier, is while you're doing this, if you look and you don't see what you like when you go over there, you need to learn to get out. And that's where the whole zigzagging thing comes out, because again, you don't like going out, you'd rather go side to side. That's how people tend to think. They'd rather go side to side, because I don't want to give them space. But it's like, if you cut back across, you're liable to be cutting across fire. 2, depending on where your partner is, you're liable to cut across your partner. And 3, depending on like where your opponents are positioned, you could be just running back into somebody if they stepped up. So I say decisiveness is really awareness and positioning and movement, the same things. Before it starts to sound like a super downer, it's not that it hasn't gotten any better, because I could tell you that it's gotten better, and I can say that without being facetious.
Well,
What's up?
I noticed that I'm surviving some situations a little bit better. Managed to get away from Volpe one time for doing a burst, then trying to just chase me down. I stepped a lot, so that helped.
Yep.
I've had the bad habit for the longest time of not incorporating step to a lot of my movement. And also, there's this weird thing that happened that really fucked with me a lot. The person's chasing after me, and then they get close, and then they cross me up, and they go past me. And we were in a shooting battle, right? And then they go past me, and now as soon as I press the button, because I pressed the button like right before they crossed me, I vernier.
So you're talking about like somebody goes like above you or below you or something?
Yeah.
So
sometimes it's even on the same plane on the ground. It's just, they just boost past.
So there's like I guess they can be lumped into one whole thing. It's a specific kind of scenario. It's not a rare scenario. It happens often enough, but it's a specific kind of scenario where, to some degree, you actually need to like go to free battle and practice it to some part. But it's more of an understanding of what's happening, like mechanically, and then being prepared for it to happen. Like the most important thing is to be prepared for it to happen. And then if you know like what mechanically is going to happen, more so how the game functions, then you'll be able to develop your muscle memory for when the situation comes up. And the thing you have to understand about this game is that no matter what the camera's doing, no matter where it is, your directions are still going to be the same. It's just going to be different. You're just going to go different ways based off of where you are, where your opponent is, in accordance to your opponent. That's a way to put it. So, like, say you go and you jump over somebody, right?
Yeah.
If you start the jump and then you CC2, or you just go backwards, before you get over them, you're going to go backwards, right? Because you did CC2, you went backwards. If you jump over and you get to the other side and you CC2, you're still going to go backwards. But your backwards is going to be flipped because now you're on the other side of them. And that's what trips people up a lot.
That's what happened. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Yep. And then I go towards him.
If you're going towards him, what's happening is like you're holding forward, and then when you go over him, you're thinking you want to go forward to go past him, which you'd have to do that before you cross over.
Oh, that's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
But everything is always relative to the opponent. So if I wanted to go away from the opponent, holding down.
Yep. You always hold 1, 2, or 3. The only difference is where you're actually going to go based off of where you are when you boost.
It's going to look like I'm going forward. I mean, like, forward as in direction my dude is.
It'll look wonky based off the camera, But like a way to mess with it, or a way to like kind of get an idea of it, is go to free battle and just have a stationary computer and jump over it and practice moving around, practice getting where you want to be.
Another one that happens is I'm around a downed opponent and they tech over me, and then now I'm in Vernier.
That's movement wise, I guess shooting wise, mechanically, it's the same scenario. Literally the same scenario. Instead of you going over them, they're technically going over or past you. So it's another thing you have to be ready for. Like there's no right, or there's no specific answer, there's no perfect answer, because it comes down to player preference. But you have to be ready for it. And so you can do something like you could boost at them. You could actually choose not to shoot at them if they go over you, depending on how you position. You could stand away so they can, or you could stand or either move away as they tech so that they don't go over you. And when I say move away in this scenario, you could do like step back, step hop back, any of those, because it'll keep you on angle.
Yep.
But yeah, it comes down to preference.
I appreciate it, Dogie.
That's why they pay me the big bucks, yo.
I promise I'm trying to do what I know. It must be frustrating to see a person make mistakes over and over again.
Not really. Not really. And again, I'm not being facetious when I say this. I'm not sugarcoating anything. It's like I got this game the day it came out, and I spent God knows how long just learning this game by myself with nobody telling me. Well, I can't say. Well, yeah, really nobody telling me shit, because I didn't really have anybody to bounce ideas off of till I met Sky, and that was like, God, maybe a year down the road or something like that. And so the rest of it was just like playing, watching videos, and like getting little bits of good information and just piecing shit together myself. And by doing that and like going and looking at other people, other quote unquote good and notable people in the States, I can tell a lot of people don't know what the fuck they're doing. This game is hard. So yeah, it doesn't bother me.
I gotcha.
That's why I told you the other day. It's like, why are you afraid of losing? Like you've already lost a game, so you don't have a perfect record. Who cares? I've lost everybody in the room. I don't give a fuck. What am I gonna do? Lose again? Psh, okay. What am I gonna do? Get like another 5-digit game? Psh, okay. I just want to play and learn, yo.
Right.
I'll give a fuck when the dark day comes and there's a Gundam tournament and I actually enter a tournament. That's like beyond the planets aligning, really.
Why aren't you?
First off, that would take me entering a tournament, and I haven't honestly entered a tournament since 2013, 14. Probably, I think it's before that. I have to check.
And why is that?
So it started off with, there was a point in time where I was honestly just broke, just flat out broke. And then after just getting rides to tournaments and not entering, I was just like, yo, I can still have fun and save money. And it's just been that way. That's really all there is to it. I have fun going and commentating and hanging with people, playing. I mean, I like playing the games, but like entering a tournament just to maybe get 4 or 5 games in, and then depending on where it is, the setup goes away or the setups go away. It's like, whatever.
I feel you.
Basically, I'm lazy. Because now I have the other end of the problem, where it's like, I should enter tournaments because I actually have a decent job now.
Do you like how you do things now, huh? Like, I mean, Going to tournaments to hang.
Yeah. And then depending on what the tournament is, like, shit, I make more money than most of the people there anyways if it's a money issue. Which is, I can't even say that's sad. That's just how competitive gaming is. I go to a major that pays, I'm making more than everybody who didn't make top 8. Depending on what tournament it is and how much they're paying production, I might be making more than half of top 8.
I see.
Yeah, I just like hanging with people, playing games, laughing at people fucking up. The usual.
You don't think you want to go to?
You cut off. You don't think I want to go to? You cut
Sorry,
off.
you broke. Oh, I said you don't want to ever compete in a Gundam versus tournament.
I don't really care to. Like, if it was in front of me, I wouldn't mind it, but going out of my way for it, I don't know. Hold on, I have to sneeze. I think I stopped it. I actually stopped the storm. But, yeah, like, if it was something that was just like, yo, this happens to be here, I wouldn't mind it too much, but, like, the idea of going to, like, Texas Showdown or Evo right now is like, why? No, I really don't feel like that.
I got you.
And this would actually be, like, the first game I would do it for, but nah.
You do really well, though.
Yeah, but that doesn't really mean a whole lot to me.
I guess if you're a king of Melee Mountain, right?
It's not even that. It's just like, I mean, I've entered tournaments for games and I've done well, and I've seen what it's done for me, which isn't really a whole lot. Not that I think much of, so I'm like,
So it's the spirit competition.
I don't have much of that. Not right now.
I'm starting to be that way myself.
I don't want to just flat out say it sucks, because I mean it's like some people have it, some people don't. But I've seen some people that, like, they want to play, but then they get, like, upset, distraught, depressed, whatever, like, variation of down. Of, like, watching that sucks. But, like, there's some people that just like having fun. I just like having fun, so it doesn't bother me too much. Maybe one day I'll be sitting here looking at this game and be like, man, I gotta go be the best in America or something.
It'd be cool to have a group of South go play Gundams somewhere. Volpe, Alex, Jack, are all already doing damage.
I mean, the most likely thing to happen would be CEO Taku.
They're gonna do Gundam versus there.
I wouldn't be surprised if it could happen. Like, they had it 2 years ago. Yeah, they had it 2 years ago.
Because I'm definitely going to that. And I know several of the guys are.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Going?
Yeah, I've been to every one. Everyone?
What?
I've
been to every one except one. I think it was like the second or third year. And I've never ran into you. Fuck.
Yeah, I've been there doing Melty commentary. Last year I did Melty, Flex, Arcana. What the fuck was the fourth game? I feel like there was a fourth game. I don't remember what it was, but I did Melty, Flex, and Arcana last year. Which I've done commentary like every year except for the first year. Yeah. But yeah, I've been there.
All right. Might see you again then.
Oh,
I'm
there's
definitely gonna make it to a Gwyneth Brawl though. I'm bringing some Gundam guys with me, and we got a yellow box.
I was gonna say that's like I was telling Coco. That's the thing. It's more about actually getting a connection because all they have is Wi-Fi in there.
We've played on Wi-Fi before, like all four of us in the same place. It's sometimes doable.
Sometimes.
Well, like it'll be great, but then all of a sudden somebody gets disconnected and banned.
Yep.
Yeah. But we have a yellow box. It's supposed to work pretty well. People like at Michigan Masters and Texas Showdown, they've been using it for some.
Well, maybe we can make it happen.
Hell yeah.